is it raining?
That's a commercial.
I'm dreading another summer in that house. How come? Sherry, open windows and fans are not going to cut it. And we have to sleep on my patio. Jackie, I told you Four Seasons Heating and Cooling installed our new furnace, right? Yeah? Well, Four Seasons are also air conditioning experts. And I know that right now they're offering their Four Seasons Heating and Cooling 0% financing. So don't sweat it, just call them.
Four Seasons Heating and Cooling. Less hassle.
Shalom provides exceptional service for every guest. Call for your appointment today.
Watch Joe Hart on News 4.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Costello.
And I'm Savannah Sellers. Thank you so much for joining us. NBC News Daily starts right now.
It's 1 o'clock.
Yep.
It says it right there. It is Wednesday, April 26, 2023. Flood threat, heavy rain prompting an emergency weather warning across the Midwest. While snowmelt is causing flooding fears in California. This, as a new weather system is on the move across the south.
It's not raining here though.
Mississippi authorities rushing to find several escaped inmates. One of them accused of killing a pastor, where authorities are looking right now.
Disney versus
Prison escapees.
Juggernaut is suing the state of Florida, claiming it is facing an orchestrated campaign of government retaliation. How this went from a
Disney down
redistribution
there
scandal
in
to a national
Florida's laying off of how many people?
Why, they're not getting along?
I don't know.
Two autistic children writes about the lessons everyone can take to heart about
Autistic
communicating
kids.
non-verbally.
It's like sometimes nobody gets along.
Severe weather threats stretching coast to
A lot of
coast.
people don't get along anymore.
Snowfall earlier this year in California. Well, now it's starting to melt. That's creating serious flooding concerns. This right here is a live picture from Earth Cam in Big Bear Lake.
Wow. It's the same problem facing communities across the Mississippi
It's
River.
that snow melt.
Forecasters
Yeah,
are
this
warning
is
some
Iowa
areas
here.
in the region
Bad,
could
bad
see
floods.
their worst floods
Because they had
in
so much
20
snow.
years. We're also following a serious risk of tornadoes and baseball-sized hail impacting millions across the
We don't
Southern
have that
Plains
here in
and
Nevada.
Florida. NBC News meteorologist Bill
Texas
Cairns
to
is tracking the
Florida.
weather and these storms, where they're all headed. NBC's Steve Patterson is in California, but we begin first with NBC's Maggie Vespa. She's along the Mississippi River in Davenport, Iowa. And Maggie, what are you seeing right there? What's making the Mississippi right now
Iowa's way out there
really
too.
approach a historic flooding event?
Yeah, Tom, Savannah, exactly. I mean, to your point, people here are used to floods, but they realize that this one may be an anomaly, likely to be an anomaly, and historic, absolutely. So you can see the water's been moving up, obviously, since we've been here over the last 36 hours or so. It's basically come up a city block since we were here yesterday afternoon, and that's really jarring for people to see kind of how quickly it's moving. I know we're calling this a slow-moving disaster, but when you see something that tangible, it really does frighten people to see, and especially when you add on the knowledge that, again, that this is not expected to crest until Monday here in Davenport and other parts of Iowa and Illinois. So people here in these parts of the Midwest, kind of that southern, a little bit along the Mississippi's banks, realizing that slow melting snow up in North Dakota and Minnesota is likely, again, going to affect them into the early part of next week. Already we're seeing neighborhoods flooded. Already we're seeing people evacuating by boat from low-lying areas, and utilities cutting off gas service in the area, something one resident told us they haven't done in her 12-plus years of living along the Mississippi.
Maggie, that's Maggie in Iowa for us. In a minute, we'll get to Steve all the way in California. But now let's go to Bill. Tell us, these several parts of the country facing these own serious weather threats. What are the biggest areas of concern?
Texas and Florida, severe weather, large hail, maybe isolated tornadoes. We haven't had any severe weather yet today. We think that's going to be typical in the early evening. We'll watch storms from Dallas southwards. Right now, just kind of generic thunderstorms rolling through the region. We are under a severe thunderstorm watch. We've had incredible hail by Florida standards over the last 2 days. We're expecting it once again today. There's a really strong thunderstorm heading towards the Space Coast and the Melbourne area. Right now, though, that watch goes till 9 o'clock Eastern time. And as far as what we're dealing with severe weather, about 24 million people are at risk in central Texas, in addition to areas there in central Florida. And if we're going to get tornadoes, it's from Dallas to Waco. That's the greatest area of concern, and that would be with any isolated supercells.
Waco's where that raid was,
As far as the West
in
goes,
1993.
It is going to get hot. We have a ton of snow to melt, and that is the big
That
issue
raid
with those snow melt heading
in
into the mountains. Plus, we
1993.
got all the big releases from the reservoirs right now. The dams are just opened up to make
5
room for all
minutes,
the snow melt.
16
So the areas
seconds.
that we're worried about